What's going on, people? It's Mr. North back again, and we won! We won!
How did that happen?
Oh, Dave.
The right tactics. The right tactics.
We won, people. And yes, it was my performance. If you want to channel, people, if no one knows who everyone is, at the bottom we've got Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Yeah. And we got Mr. Positively, who always talks negative, but now he's talking positively.
Hello.
Now.
I'm feeling very positive. I'm feeling good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
No moaning today from me.
Everything. And we got
He's got smaller as well.
How you doing, Dylan?
A lot better today.
I thought you was going to bake then, Dylan.
Positive to everyone. How's everyone feeling in the comments? How are you feeling today about today's performance? If you did go to the game, comment below. How did Forest play? But today, what a performance. And I'll start with you, Mr. Positivity. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm not feeling negative at all. I was entertained today. I wasn't bored. You've got to say, Stephen Reid, fair play to him. Give him a clap, because he took the shackles off. He let the handbrake go and he said, guys, just go and attack. We'll change formation, go for it. It's like they've been shackled up. And today, they played as a team. It wasn't just an individual performance. They played as a team. They attacked as a team. They defended as a team. Spence, I've got to say, Spence was awesome today. Yes. I thought he was brilliant. He looked like the player that everyone's been saying he is. Whereas before, I wasn't too sure. Today, awesome. I'm pleased. We actually scored more than one goal.
Yeah,
I can't complain. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
I think I said people I went to the game today, and I think people was a little bit worried about everyone talks when we talk winning 1-0, we defend a bit, but it's good to the second half. We scored earlier, and I think that just said it all about when Houghton was here. You just defend, but getting that second goal, it got Forest fans excited as well. But it's that feeling. It's just fantastic. Dylan, how are you feeling about it?
Chuffed, mate. Chuffed. I can't believe. I knew it would happen, but I just can't believe how the same players can just do that. And then we know it was the tactics. We know it was, unfortunately, the manager. But yeah, I was proud of all of them, actually, to say what had gone off the last couple of weeks. And I thought they'd done us proud.
Let me get Matt in, because I'm going to talk about. As everyone knows, Matt was really critical of Chris Houghton, and
I was just going to put your production values up. I was just looking to see if I could find R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. But I'm not sure it's politically correct anymore. But I was just going to start playing it. But
no, you copyright me. Do put it on. But Matt,
you don't tell me the rules. I don't know the rules.
But yeah, Matt, like a fantastic win today. Like, as Mr. Podgy said, players just let loose today, and again, great win.
Can't get carried away, but
but I've been saying since Christmas, we've got decent players who've been living in some kind of a football hell. You know, it's tricky to talk. It really is tricky to talk. And today they were released. It was Freedom Day. You know, we had Freedom Day a few months earlier. They were finally let out on the streets today, and they played some football, and it was good, wasn't it? It was chalk and cheese. Yeah, Houghton never did anything proactive. Nothing. You try and think of anything. All his tactics were reactive, negative, passive. Everything was like for like, hold on to what you've got. His attitude was, I've got 0-0, I'll try and keep on hold a 0-0. And that's what you get. Today, for the first time, they went out to win the game, didn't they? Away from home. Yeah. Why not try that? You know, we kept a clean sheet. We didn't have to defend for 90 minutes and try and win free kicks. We kept a clean sheet and we scored 2 goals. It's an easy game, isn't it? It's easy.
I was just saying, I'm sorry, you did like the formation. We played completely the formation today. We played 3-4-3. Big really came back as well, and I think I was impressed with the whole 3 of them at the back. But was you surprised with the lineup?
Yeah, well, not the lineup as such, but I was a bit surprised Zaganagel wasn't playing, but he's injured supposedly. So,
was he injured?
Yeah, that's what they said on the radio.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, but he should be back for Millwall. but that formation is what we needed. Do you know what I mean? And plus, you said the back three. I can't even fault the goalkeeper.
No.
He did well, coming out for everything. I think they just look like a team. Like Lee had said, the shackles have been taken off.
What players like was you impressed with today?
Me, Spence. Like he looks seriously good going forward. Maybe that even defensively he was pretty solid. The whole team was solid, but maybe that position of being sort of like a wing back, 3 and then 5, it sort of suited him because he could get up and down, and it gave us the extra going forward and then the extra at the back, which made us more of a solid unit. I was really impressed with Spence, and obviously Lowe, he's not put a foot wrong for me since he's come. So I was happy with them. Even Joe Lolly looked his old self a little bit, didn't he? He came.
You know what? Where's he gone? Where's Matt gone? I was about to let me ask you, Dylan. Like Joe Lolly has been given loads of criticism quite so far this season, but today you can't lie. He was good. He wasn't like fantastic, but he was good. Like, are you happy with the way he played today?
Yeah, I am. I think he's starting to. If he can be given the game time, we know what he can do. He had a bit of a terrible year last year, so yeah, I thought he did well. But it's just, you can break everyone down, but I just thought the whole lot of them played well. Yeah. They all played so well as a team, and it makes you wonder. You was at the game and I watched it, and it just makes you wonder.
I cannot wait to ask Matt this question, right?
Where did
I've told you the answer already, whatever it is.
Let me ask this question, right? Because as everyone knows, people, Matt, he's been critical about Ryan Yates, right? And seeing Ryan Yates today, I thought, right, because you always pass the ball backwards, but every time he had the ball, always looking forward, because he tried to look for Lowe, Spence, God pushing a little bit forward, and he passed forward today. So I personally thought Yates was one of the best players, but come on, Matt, what are you going to say about Yates today? You can't criticize him today.
Look, credit to all of them. It's not a competition; it's a team game, and there's going to be a worse player in the team, and there's going to be a best player in the team, technical ability, and he's not ever going to win any competitions on technical ability at all. And I don't even think his biggest fans are going to say that. But that's not the point. Whoever's picked, we support, and the whole team has to work. That's always been the case. But during the last year, he's been hung out to dry just as much as all the other players. I feel sorry for all of them. It's no good for any of them. So all this picking out one player and the other, we all have our opinions, and that's fine. But you support the 11 on the pitch. Nothing personal. They're not all going to be equally good. Lolly's had a horrible time. He was a brilliant player before. Class is permanent, form is temporary, and you give the guys on the pitch a chance. And he's come back today and shown what he could do. And he played brilliantly. I gather he played like he did for the under-23s. Yeah. Oh, surprise, surprise. Yeah, we do understand it's the under-23s, but they played proper football. This team today played proper football, and guess what? Joe Lolly's quite good at proper football, and there you go. If we keep playing proper football, they all might improve, and it doesn't matter who's the best and who's the worst. My philosophy actually is you win a game usually making the worst players in the team good enough, not by trying to get, the 1 or 2 star players and relying on them. You win the league when the worst player is the high standard. That's my opinion on it anyway. So if you always look towards who you think the worst player is or how they can be improved, that's just to lift the whole team up. It's nothing kind of personal anyway. So there you go. Was that politically? Was that sort of nice and balanced and nice and cuddly answer for you?
That was balanced. See, Matt has got. Oh, where's Dylan gone? Dylan's gone now. I was talking about that right now. And there's another player that I want to be. That I'm not like I was critical with him. I've been critical for a long time. And Lewis Grabban, and I was pissed off with him against on who did we play on Wednesday? Who did we play? Middlesbrough. And him dropping deep, acting like he's a CDM. But today, I did not see him drop back at all. He was always on the last man, and that's what I want. And did you see his goal today?
Yeah,
Great
cool. It was brilliant
Great
goal,
cross,
wasn't it?
great header.
Brilliant
Goal.
goal. But
And
look at
that's
the
his job.
speed.
And that's
It was
what
like
I
it was on
want to see
fast
him.
forward.
That's his job.
And
He
that's his
looked
job.
happier,
I want
didn't
to
It's his job. It's his
He
job.
looked a lot happier in his natural position to me.
Yeah, but that's what I want to see him do.
Chopping deep rubbish. He's not a
That's what
midfielder.
That's what I want to see. And like, first off, he was always on the last man as a defender, and that's what I want to see from him. And the goal, as you know, it was the same goal that he scored against Coventry. Like John O'Connor crossing it in from long. Like that run was just amazing from John O. And crossing it in, so grabbing, and
On the
that
right
feeling
side.
again.
On the right side.
That's right.
But how many goals did we score like that during the last year? It was an old-fashioned, simple goal. It was beautiful, though, wasn't it? It was just boom, boom. It reminded me of the Assombalonga and
Antonio.
Antonio,
the right winger, the Scottish guy. Yeah, Antonio, but the Scottish
Chris
guy,
Burt.
I always forget his name. But they used to bomb it and chuck them in, and it was great. And it's a standard goal, but it was beautiful. It was a pleasure to see a goal like that, wasn't it?
It's been a long time.
I'd have loved to see. I would have loved to see Taylor come on for 20
You know
minutes.
what?
I thought his energy would have.
I think he'd done well on that today. I think he would have. The style would have suited him a bit more, even as one man up front.
Yeah, his energy would have just stepped it up even a bit more.
But it's easy though, isn't it? Like this, you feel like you could chuck anyone on, chuck Richardson on. They'll all play well. The whole dynamic has changed, and then they all want to play. Chuck them on, they'll play well. The whole thing's going in the right direction again.
There's a question from Gary. BT Sports slagging players off today, saying it takes a second to motivate them. Nothing to do with formation change. Listen to right, Chris Sutton. You can suck my dick because you're a bellend because
Not
you're
even
he's
talking crap. He doesn't know.
He's
obviously not watched this whole season and last season. He can't have done.
He talks negative every single time. And this is why you're on a platform. He's a bellend. He's a bellend. What else is it? Another question, like Reed. Like I said, I was critical as well. I thought he should have gone because Houghton, but he proved me wrong, and he got it right today, didn't he?
Reed should have gone.
Yeah, Reed. Yeah, because I just said I felt he should have been because he was part of Chris Houghton's team, wasn't it? And if he goes, if Chris Houghton goes, he should go. But Reed and who else was it with him?
Oh, that other guy. That one, I think.
Paul Trollope.
No, it wasn't Trollope. It was the ex-Man United.
Oh, you mean? The under 18 guy.
Yeah, the under 18. People in the comments. Who was that? I don't know who it was.
Yeah, he's only just come from Man United, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he proved me wrong today. So I think that today. Do you think Reed should be part of this new setup when if it's Cooper? Matt?
Would you give Reed more games, or would you just say, well, he's done well one game, Cooper comes in, job done? Or would you make him sort of assistant to Cooper? Or would you go?
You can't. Cooper. If you're giving Cooper the job, you can't.
Warren Joyce.
Yeah, if you give Cooper the job, you can't say, "Oh, this bloke comes with it as well."
Cooper's coming in, but spending 1.2 million. Would you not give Reed a chance? I know he said he doesn't want it, but maybe they could persuade him. I mean, I'm happy either way. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just saying because
you don't persuade someone to.
And now we're paying compensation.
But at the end of the day, it's one game.
No, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course, one game is completely different.
Give him a bit more time.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I think
why to do a job he doesn't want to do? I don't think there's a lot of longevity in it.
I think keep him on because if Cooper comes in, by the sound of it, Cooper's going to come in with someone else, another guy. So he's going to need another coach at least. So keep Reed on.
Yeah, people, that's a different show we're talking. But when we do announce Cooper's appointment, it will be live on DoreOnTour as well. So people watch out for that. But yeah, like people just like, was there any players that negative wise like today for you, Dylan? No. In negatives?
Not really. No, I think if there was, you didn't see it. The whole team just, because we've been used to dire football. And all of a sudden, we just seen that spring in the step, and they're going forward. And like you said earlier, they got the ball in midfield, and normally they turn around, pass it back. There wasn't. there wasn't. It was straightforward. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. And I think if there was anybody who was bad, maybe someone did see it. I didn't see it because the whole team.
It's not an issue, is it? It's not an issue.
The whole team just performed, so it made everyone look good.
They were positive as a team. They attacked as a team, defended as a team. It's that simple, you know.
It's coming from Darren. How you doing, Darren? No, we need Steve Cooper. It's still in one game. Some fans get carried away.
Yeah, it's complete. He's right. He's 100%.
You are right, Darren. He is right. But I think today we needed that win, and
there's another
the atmosphere at the ground today was just like so positive.
Fantastic.
And
do you know if Cooper was there, Dor? Did you see anything while you was there?
I'm sure. I don't know if he was right. Giannis was there. I seen. Really? I don't know if it was him or not. People in the comments, was Giannis there? Because I'm sure he was there.
I'm shocked if he's gone.
Well, you know the thing as well with Reed. You know,
how many bodyguards did he have?
We're saying about Reed staying or should he go? You think about Cooper's got to come in and basically learn the squad. So if he keeps Reed around, he's been there. He knows the squad. Maybe that'll help him out, or whoever the new manager is.
It's not really done like that, though, is it? It's like
but the thing is, they've got to hit the ground running. They've got to. There's no chance of I need a couple of weeks to find out what the players can do. They've got to go, or we're gonna.
Yeah, but look, we've already established that a child could pick the team and everything, so it's not difficult. He'll know inside out.
He knows half those players
already. He'll know them. He'll know them inside out.
Yeah, he's probably been watching while he's been on gardening leave, knowing that he might get the job. Probably
he'll know. He's not stupid. If he needs to learn, that was why it was a load of nonsense. Blinking, you've been talking about it. I don't know what players I've got. It's like that's his whole problem. He didn't learn anything. He didn't know half their names. He only knew the people from Brighton because he spent about 6 years with them before boring the tits off them. So that's why he kept playing them last year.
Chris, Dor, did you hear about the Lautaro tweet? Anyone saw his tweet? I don't know if anyone what he said. I don't know what he said.
I don't know if he
said. Should we guess what he said?
I know about the WhatsApp, but I don't know if he's done anything else.
I've not seen what people in the comments. What's he put? I've not seen it. Someone
expand on that.
I know. He said, "Thank you very much, Chris Hughton, the best manager I've worked with. I've learned so much from you. Enjoyed my time."
And WhatsApp?
Do you think? Was it that one? Because actually, on that subject, there were a lot of those tweets, weren't there?
That I think I don't know.
There was like zero.
I saw people. I don't know. One? People. Someone comment. I've not.
There was not even one leaked, was there? There wasn't even one leaked.
I've been on Twitter.
Telegram.
I've been on his Twitter. There's not one there. So people in the comments, if everyone's seen it, put it in. People, there's 115 people in. If anyone wants to ask any questions about today, and as well, and you three, I don't know if I'm so excited because I'm so happy because people that watch my content, there's quite a lot of people who's come up with today. A few people asked for Dylan as well. I don't know why that's Dylan because he's a bellend. People asked for Matt. He's always negative, but people, I do appreciate you watching my content, and it's fantastic as well. Like. Today, we know Cooper's coming in, and what change do you think he needs to bring in? Like, there's quite a lot of people who didn't play today, wasn't even in the lineup. We had Cavallo wasn't in it. Ziggy was injured as well. The other 6 right backs as well. Bong. There's quite a lot of people that wasn't even in the lineup today. Do you think
has Bong not gone with Houghton? Took him with him.
If only. Compensation deal. You get Bong.
I don't know, but right before we talk about Forest, I think everyone knows about Derby. I'm talking about Lisa, and this is the question I'm going to ask the boys. Right. Derby, right?
Start with Mr. Positive.
Let me start with Lee.
Question. I'll give you an answer.
Right. We hate Derby, but everyone dislikes Derby. But
goes without saying.
Would you, right? If they went out, if they just got if they went under, would you be happy? Yes or no?
Right.
And people in the comments as well.
Right. If they got relegated, I'll piss myself laughing, which I'm expecting them to get relegated with all the points that are due to come off at whatever point. Do I want a football club to go bust? No. We wouldn't even have the rivalry. Who would be our rivals? Burton. Because Leicester City are nothing to us, are they really? I'd like them to stay as a club, but I'd like to see them in League One or even drop down to League Two. I think that'd be brilliant.
But sorry, Lee, I've got a super chat from Josh. Did you see Lloyd's Instagram story taking about his family in freedom?
Exactly.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it. Like it was.
Who would have guessed?
He was good today as well. Even in set pieces, like his set pieces, the first 6 games was shocking. It's not
but Lolly has potential to be our best player, doesn't he? We've seen him be our best player 2 seasons running. He's a great player. He's had a few injury problems, and you get a manager who doesn't like him.
Unplayable on his day. That's it.
What's the point?
Josh, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Much appreciate for that. But like I said, as you mentioned, Matt, I think like Lolly today, he was good.
Old school Lolly. Yeah, but you know, you give him a chance, you might get you put the right in, you might get the right result out. You know,
but like, let me go back to Derby. Like, I'm asking you, Matt. Like, what's your feeling? Like, as everyone saw my tweet yesterday, like, I did the frog emoji. Like, I don't. It's none of my business. Like, but as rivals, I don't want to go under.
You want rivals. You want good rivals to make you better. So I don't want them in League One. I want them in our league. I want them.
No. I don't
want them in League One. What's the point of having them in League One?
Yeah.
No, I don't want them in League One. If we get promoted, if we get promoted, or when we get promoted, whenever it is in the year 20, whatever it is, doesn't matter how long it is. I want them to come up with us, and then we want to kick their ass every time we play them. That's what gives you the enjoyment, not knowing they're a league below us, waving.
I'm sorry.
You'd rather not play them.
No, sorry, people. I didn't know what. I disagree with you, Matt.
Yeah.
You'd rather than be in the league below.
Yeah, because
they'll come up eventually, won't
they? Come back up.
Stability.
Yeah, but you love playing the Leeds of this world and stuff like that. I'd love to be, if we could all be in the Premier League, that would be fine. I think that would be the best scenario. Those are the games you want.
No,
you don't care about a Middlesbrough on Wednesday night.
5%, Matt. But
so then I let them be good. It gives you more pleasure beating them. I don't even want to be in the playoffs or something, and then in the top 3 and just beat them then.
Draw. So
but
let them have a little stint in League One. Let them just feel it for a bit. They deserve to go down.
To me, the whole point of sport. It's not flat track bullies who just can go out and score 300 runs against easy bowling. You want to play someone gets the hackles up and you beat them when you don't expect to. That's what gives you pleasure. So I prefer them to be a viable opponent and to beat them every time.
Yeah, and people comment, do you disagree or agree with Matt? I know there's a few people who disagree with Matt, but me personally, I want them. I want them down.
Yeah.
Just like, just for 2 seasons. Sorry, Lisa. Like, let me put it straight. I know Lisa's watching. But I got much love for Lisa. I spoke to her yesterday, and she was a bit down about it. But she's a supporter of Derby. I know she follows Derby up and down. It's like, the question is, right? If we was in Derby's shoes, would Derby fans feel the same about Forest? That's the thing. So
but Forest, we do it better.
Huh?
We were close at one stage, weren't we?
Yeah, who was it? Was it Nigel Doherty?
It was him or Fawaz, wasn't it? We was close at one point.
It was Nigel Doherty. When Nigel Doherty passed away, rest in peace, Nigel Doherty.
Yeah.
Because we were paying 1.2 a month, and we didn't have an owner. So if we didn't sell, was it Wes Morgan? Wes Morgan. If we didn't sell Wes Morgan, we would have gone down. We would have gone down under. So, that's what I'm trying to say. And Derby were laughing at us.
They were taking the piss. So
but it's like the Welsh English thing. If you're the English, you don't care. If you're the Welsh, you have a problem with it. It's the same thing,
calling
isn't
them
it?
sheep shaggers or Welsh?
Huh? Well,
Sheep shaggers or,
but you
or
don't
both.
care. You just carry on serenely, and you let them worry about their business. You know.
We changed subject, but like I said, I don't want Derby to win though. That I think no chance. I don't want them because like I said, we're rivals, and it'd be just nice to send them down for 2 seasons. Like I'm not. Will I miss Derby? Of course we will miss. We'll play him again.
Do you know what?
It's not the end of the world.
Do you know what? Do you know what you want to? Yeah, you probably want to see him go down, just to have a laugh and blah blah for the rivalry. But do you know what I feel sorry for? The fans.
Yeah, the fans.
The fans. Of course I do. Fans and the staff.
People who work there. People who work there.
Did you hear? I heard Wayne Rooney's interview earlier, and they said to him, "Oh, when did you find out?" He went last night on Sky Sports, like the rest of you. And I was like, "What?"
That's appalling.
Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, there's people's livelihoods. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, yes, for the rivalry, for the football side, yes, we want them down. We want them to go down. Out of business, no chance, because there's working class people. There's people who depend on that. It doesn't. And do you know what I mean? People like Lisa, the fans, they deserve better. But their owner has played Russian roulette, and it's come back to bite him big time.
Yeah.
I think someone will end up bailing him out. Like,
I'm not
saying it's Rooney, but he's just got another 21 million from liquidating a company. So it could be him and some others who he knows who are very rich that could help.
But that's how they. But that's how.
For a band, I don't know.
That's how they do it, don't they?
Happen.
They liquidate all the debts. That's how they do it. They go into administration. All the debts get liquidated. Someone buys them for a band.
I don't. I hope they don't.
Yeah, they won't.
I hope they don't go down, but it is what it is. People, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and you got any questions for the boys about today's game. As we know, all the Forest fans are excited after their first win after 7 games now. It's a buzzing view, and my vlog will be out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So after this I'll be doing editing and blah blah blah. So I'm asking you about like going forward. Like I said, we're being Cooper in, and like, we've got Millwall next, but would you make any changes? Like, against I think was great today, but what thing?
I would, but you know, he might do something different. I'd like to think he probably has got a couple of ideas of his own. So, typically though, you're going to stick with a winning team, aren't you? You're not going to change it wholesale. I'd like to think he's got a couple of ideas, because to me there's a couple of blinders in there. But yeah, I think you'd start with the same team and maybe change 1 or 2 if you got any strong feelings about anything. But you don't mess about with the winning team. You know, it's like you don't drop the goalkeeper when it's not really a problem.
Next question I'm about to ask you, Dylan or Lee. Like Samba today, I thought Samba was fantastic today, and he's been criticised for a long time now. But Samba again, great performance today, wasn't it, Lee?
It was. I think maybe it gave him a little kick in the backside that he needed. He got too comfortable being number 1, thinking he'd got no competition. I feel. Don't get me wrong. I feel sorry for. Is it Horvath, whatever you call him?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him because up until that mistake, he'd played pretty solid. You know, he'd done all right. But Samba today, you can't fault him at all. Like I say, the whole team, and I think actually having a team that attacked and weren't constant pressure helped him. You know what I mean? Having that solid defence, then we attacked a little bit, which took the pressure off a little bit. Because when you're getting constant pressure, the keeper's going to get bombarded, isn't it? And I think that's part of the reason why Samba's been a bit off the boil. You know what I mean? It's like there's only so much you can keep out, isn't there? You know.
I want to mention to like I said, I went to the game today, and the fans were fantastic today. Like singing whenever, and it was great to see. Like I keep mentioning it, but like people like come to me and watching, like, enjoy podcasts on that. It's just positive, and that. And like I said, it was just good to see for people enjoying my content. Dylan, like I said, good win for this today. And like I said, we spoke about it yesterday. Thursday, about Forest could get relegated. but after today's win, like more positive into it today.
Yeah, more positive, but like you say, we can't get carried away. It's just one game. Do you know what I mean? Just one game. But there is, and I've been saying this, and I've been saying it to a few people that I know, is when they've said, oh, the team's this, the team's that. I believe that team or squad we have is capable of climbing up this league, because there's majority. How many managers in the Championship would take most of our players? A lot of them, wouldn't they? And
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the right manager, the right tactics, which it proved today, playing in the right way. Look, you've got Joe Lolly saying he's playing with freedom. Jesus Christ, if he's playing with freedom, what was he playing with? Do you know what I mean? What was he told to do? And like we said, grab him, playing up front, centre forward.
It was just strange.
Not in midfield or bloody defence like we watched on Wednesday night. It's just gets me.
Yeah, but this isn't a mystery though, is it? It's Chris Hughton. This is a known, and if it wasn't known, it blinking well is known now, isn't it? Because look, he's gone, and look at the difference. You can't even imagine. You can't imagine you could make players play that badly and then play that well.
Yeah,
they're still the same players. They're good players. We've seen an awful experiment in football of how bad you can make a team. It's no mystery.
It's like for me, Lyle Taylor, all day long, his work rate is absolutely through the roof when you watch him play. and whoever comes in to get the best out of him, you need to go and watch back to when he was at Charlton, because why did he score? Why was he such effective with them? Do you know what I mean? He was effective because he got the service. Do you know what I mean? And we need to get everyone pointing towards the goal, not behind, towards the goal. And that's what we did today. We didn't pass back as much. It was just positive from the minute one.
I've seen a comment. What no Mr. Warnock today? People, if you know, people talking about Des. People wanted they start calling him Des Warnock. It was trending on Twitter today about it. So yeah, he's back. He's back on his 3-game ban. That's all. But Des will be back. He'll be back soon. I've seen quite a few people like, why don't people want Cooper? I've seen quite a few people like Cooper we don't want. Are you like still are happy with the appointment of Cooper, Matt?
Well, I believe football's a simple game. I don't know about you lot. I mean, you can get all complicated about it, but I think essentially it's a simple game. You get good footballers, play them in roughly the right positions. You motivate them, you make them happy, and you respond to what you see positively. You go out there to win and to play as much football as possible. So the question was Steve Cooper. Yeah, why not? If he's going to do those simple things like any football manager should, we mustn't lose our minds and be gaslighted by Chris Hughton that that's anything like a football manager was. He never did anything like a football manager. Like I said, he did nothing that I could see that made any sense. A new guy's going to come in and do sensible things. And like I said last week, it can be anyone as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to quibble over whether it's some imaginary, what I imagine Steve Cooper's going to do, or what Chris Wilder I might imagine he's going to do. Everything's different. Look at what's in front of you and make the best of it. That's what a football manager should do. And I think those guys, any of those guys will, and any competent football manager will.
A question from Phil. A massive win today means we won't be cut adrift. Need to build on now and string the wins together. Like I said, we've got games against, is it Millwall, Barnsley, and is it Birmingham? I think we have. I don't know if it's right. Like I said, there's massive games coming up. I know it's just one game today, but Millwall, it would be a different test. That'd be a different show as well. Like I said, the change today was fantastic. Like, I know what's his name, Figueiredo. He's been criticised a lot, but he come back today. Like Lee, like Figueiredo, was you impressed with him today?
Do you know what? I was because I'll hold my hands up. I have been critical of him.
Me too.
But do you know what? They had McKenna one side, Worrell the other, him in the middle, and it worked, didn't it? It was that solid line. It was like a bit like a brick wall. Don't get me wrong. There was the odd time they got through. Every team's going to do that, but I don't know. It just seemed to help him, didn't it? Having those two either side of him. a bit less pressure off him. I thought, and he did pretty well today. No mistake he used to do.
Yeah, that's true. Dylan, I mentioned Ryan Yates, and I was critical with James Garner as well. But I know we're getting this the Paraguay. He should be in the squad for the Millwall game. But would you stick Ryan Yates and Garner against Millwall, a strong side?
Like we said earlier, you don't change something after today's performance. You keep it the same, trying to. Do you know what I mean? This new guy that's coming in, he's still got to adapt to the English game. How many have come from foreign countries into the Championship and gone, this is a total different league? So it's like, at the minute, I would stick with what we've got, but this new lad, this Paraguayan lad, there I am. This new guy is maybe. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to tell because we've
put him on the bench, don't you? And then give him 10,
we couldn't pick him up
minutes,
in a
lineup. Doing all right.
Do you know what I mean? Maybe if he comes over, when he comes over, probably put him in the under-23s for a couple of games just to get him a feel of the English game.
Like I said, I think who else? We got that Tunisian right back as well. Like we mentioned who's the right back's name again? What's his name now?
Drager.
Yeah, like Drager. Like, and as well, we got players like Drager and the other centre back, like
the Brazilian.
Eli.
Yeah. Why did we bring them players in? I just don't understand.
No.
Go on, Matt.
Well, I personally think at the last minute there might have been a bit of panic, and they thought they had to bring in a lot of fast wing backs, which I think they did do because we didn't do anything in midfield, and we didn't, well, not much apart from the Paraguayan, and we didn't get the striker we wanted. So my feeling was possibly it was a last minute thing, fast wing backs. We are overloaded now with right backs. Personally, I wouldn't have bothered doing it. And potentially we had a couple of unhappy centre halves, and maybe one we might want to sell. So we could have been short on centre halves as well, and that could have changed in the very last minute of the transfer window. Because Figueiredo's been treated like trash, hasn't he? You know, and to me, mentioning him, I'd put a good case for him being the best centre half we have at the club. But whether or not he's the best, he's one of three fantastic centre halves we've got, if not four. So, you know, I wouldn't underestimate him. And quickly rewinding to old Samba, all this thing about competition, I don't know. I've ever thought of a goalkeeper being there kind of thinking, I don't know, having a pina colada by the post and thinking, oh, I just let one through my fingers. Oh, you know, there's not enough pressure on me. I don't think they kind of relax. I just don't think that enters into it. You want to have a good goalkeeper. You want to have a good reserve in case he gets injured, in case you need him, or in case he goes out of form. But, you know, if you're defending a lot, there's not a goalkeeper in the world that doesn't let goals go past his hand or through his fingers once in a while. When you know, that's what happens. He's going to let goals in. And the whole thing with Forest is we're so reactive. You know, someone has 2 or 3 games where they could have maybe at their very best saved you know, a shot, and you think I'll get the next guy in, and then the next guy you thought was good does a bigger howler than the other guy's done in 3 years, and again now he becomes a bad goalkeeper, but he isn't a bad goalkeeper, he's just made a howler, you know. So who do you pick then? It's you've got to back quality, have backups, and just trust class for me.
There's a comment like, Matt, you look like Gary Birtles.
That's it. I'll take that as long as it was when he was playing.
Well, people are coming.
Kenny Burns.
No, let's have a little laugh. Who does Lee look like, and who didn't look like? And don't mention me because I'm not involved in this. So people in the comments, who does everyone think he looks like?
Lee Peltier. We'll give you Lee Peltier.
Who's he playing for now?
He was playing on Wednesday.
Cardiff. Was it Cardiff or Borough?
Was it? Well, he's played for both. I think he was Borough now.
Don't call me Lee Peachin. No,
Dre, you look more like Dr. Dre right now with your headphones on. Let's say Dr. Dre.
I'll take that. I don't mind. I'll take that.
So people
half his money. Who does everyone look like? Don't disrespect Joe Robson like that. Didn't look like Joe Robson. Do not disrespect John Robson like that. That is disrespectful.
Excuse me.
Don't disrespect.
I wish I had his money.
Don't disrespect John Robson like that. He's the best player to play for Nottingham Forest. Like, I didn't witness it, but Malcolm Owen always talks about John Robson. He's got a tattoo on him as well. Look. Miss
Dylan model for it. That's it.
Mr. Poston look like Lee Thompson. Listen,
that's a good call.
I wish I had his money.
Oh days. Question from Glenn. How you doing, Glenn? Shout out to the legend in here. Even lads, you can't change a winning format against Millwall next Saturday, surely. It's like to hear that DJ and Lowe was settling in so well so quickly. You know what? I've been impressed with definitely with Lowe and like DJ as well, because like I don't know if you'll see it on my vlog tomorrow. Like the positivity from the right back DJ. He was so positive there. Like when we came off, he come around the block, giving the Huddersfield fans some stick, and then he come back towards Forest. Yeah, that was it. He
all that with the arms.
Yeah, he kept doing all that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, let me ask you, Dylan. Like, are you happy with Max Lowe on the right back?
What? Spence.
Spence, that's it. Spence. Yeah.
Spence. Yeah. Well, Spence looks like you can tell he's like kind of tutored under Neil Warnock the last year, because I noticed a couple of challenges he was straight in there and knocking them off. Lowe just looks good. Do you know what I mean? He looks class. Do you know what I mean? It's something nice to watch at the minute. Do you know what I mean? And especially seeing him just running up and down the wings, it's just nice.
You know what? This podcast is so positive. Like I said, we won. Like I said, we've been depressed. Everyone has been depressed for the last 6 weeks with defeat after defeat after defeat. But like I said, it's good to it's just good to win. Forest win today.
It should be honest though, and you couldn't be positive. You couldn't be positive for most of the last year, could you? But you can't not be positive today. So that's how it should be. The fullbacks, though, you think about it, we loaned these guys from Championship teams. They're a lot better than they have any right to be.
Don't why are you taking me back on Tinder?
Who's that? Ben.
I'm not on Tinder. Just let me
text them back.
We can take over for a few minutes if you need a few minutes.
Yeah. Yates was class today. That we talked about. We love you, Lolly. We definitely love Lolly today.
I have to say, I'm glad we didn't get Buchanan. When we signed Lowe, all the Derby fans were saying how bad and poor he is. For me, he's been fantastic defending and going forward, and he looks a lot better than Buchanan, if I'm honest. From what I've seen,
he's had a few howlers. He's had a few howlers the last couple of weeks I've watched him play.
He's been trying to get a move, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got Lowe, to be fair.
I've heard that people inside, I know we're going back to Derby, but inside Derby are not very happy with whoever rejected the bids, because that would have paid the players and the staff. Point. Paid the players.
Beggars can't be choosers, I think the expression is, isn't
it? Paid them for the next couple of months, and they may not have had to drop straight into administration. So,
well, they said Mel rejected it, didn't they? That's what I heard. Whether it's a rumor, I don't know. We'll never know.
Like, would you when January comes back and transfer window back up again? Would you take him?
Not on what I've seen.
No.
But
not in a minute.
I guess you can't judge him unless you see him play all the time, really. But I prefer Lowe from what I've seen. I'd rather sign Lowe than Buchanan, if I'm honest.
Right, people, got 45 minutes. We'll have another 10 minutes because I've got to do quite a lot of editing today. But I don't.
Oh yeah, Tinder. Yeah.
It is Tinder profile.
You're bellend, man. We've met. Listen, people. Ignore these clowns. I'm not on fucking Tinder. Alex,
everyone's deleting their app now, thinking you are on it.
Your reaction to Chris Sutton.
Chris Sutton again.
He blamed Chris Sutton is a bellend, absolutely bellend. Why is he on BT Sport? Like,
why is he even getting involved?
Don't you know? Did he play for Chris Hughton at one point, or
Norwich? He played for Norwich. I don't know if Hughton was.
Yeah,
there.
but not under Chris Hughton.
Norwich.
No, I don't think.
Played
No, I don't think he did. But yes, he was fans winding him up today and keeping the fans away from. Yeah, there's Huddersfield fans trying to wind up, but no, I didn't rate Huddersfield fans. Like it wasn't exciting. It was a bit boring today. For you, Dylan, nobody tell Dylan he's got a burger.
Don't worry. Oh no, I know who it is. Don't worry about him. He's texting me while I speak anyway. So tell me to pick my nose and that.
Get Mr. Beauty Sport. Get me on there. I'll live on there. Through Red Door, you're older version. No, I do not. He's darkening me. There's no chance. Door, Viv Anderson, legend. I met him at the FCA Awards. What a guy.
He could be the love child of Anderson and Collymore, though, couldn't he? That's more of a call, isn't it?
For Matt, would you want to give Reed a couple more games to see what he can do?
He's not going to be given it. He's not going to be given it.
Can you?
You can't give
him the job permanently. It's not kind of like.
It's not that. It's not fair on him. He's already come out and said he don't want it, and plus he wants to stay as a coach.
Yeah, there you are.
From Paul, we all agree that Nicholas was a good team, and we watched the fans react on one Steady Johnson, best player on the pitch he's seen Huddersfield. Okay, like Johnson was. I think it was the same goal that was scored against who was it? Coventry. Like,
I think it was better.
Let me ask you. Like, I'm gonna ask you, Lee. Like, people will talk about Lole. Like, he is one of the best players of the club. But Johnson played well for Lincoln last season. He's come to the club. He's made 3 assists, and doing that's a hard skill. Getting the ball and running past the player, that is a hard skill. And have you been impressed with him since he come back into first team?
Definitely. I mean, Reed said it today. He actually thinks he runs faster with the ball than he does without it. He says he's just one of these players. He seems to run really fast with it. I think, like I've said it to you before, I said it on the last one I was on. I think on that right-hand side, you get the best out of him. I'm not saying don't ever play him on the left. I just think because he's played there with Lincoln and he's had a lot of time there, I think it just seems to suit him. And if you look, he makes more like fast runs down that right-hand sort of side than he does, anywhere else. I think personally. Matt can disagree.
Shaking his head.
Why? This is why I love Matt.
Matt likes disagreeing.
Matt likes disagreeing.
No, I'm just trying to work out what happens when they change sides. If he runs faster on one side of the pitch, when they change ends, does he switch over because he's only fast on that side?
I think he plays better on the right-hand side. That's my personal.
No, but you said he went faster. That was the bit that I didn't really get.
Reed said he runs faster with the ball.
With the ball.
Yeah, but I was worried about why the side of the pitch happened and wondered if it was to do with the moon or something like that. Or if there's a boggy patch down one side.
You cheeky fucker. Bird. I got bird. Yeah. Where's the other one? I seen who looks like someone else. Someone said Dylan looks like Neil Shipley. Oh God, Neil Shipley.
I need to get some Botox or something by the look of it. Then
you don't want to look like him at this moment in time.
Jesus,
not what he's up for.
Another question from Glenn. Is Steve Cooper definitely a done deal? I think they paid.
I believe it is.
It's 1.5. I know. I think Daniel Taylor put something in his tweet today that there's still a few things need to sort out, but it's a done deal. So,
can I ask a question? Right. Right. I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yeah.
Why is Forest had? I know he's on gardening leave, and I know that Swansea are paying him still. But why has Forest had to pay Swansea money? Surely if he gets another
Pay his
job,
contract
they
off.
just no, but then they just stop paying him.
No, but he didn't.
I don't
he
get
didn't,
it.
Yeah, but they didn't sack him. He left.
Yeah, but if they sack him, they still have to pay his contract.
Yeah, but if he leaves, he voids his contract, so then they don't have to pay him.
No, we're paying lots of managers. We know about paying managers that don't manage our team anymore.
But if you walk out, if you turn around and say, right, that's
He
it,
doesn't
I'm
want to
done,
lose
I'm
that money,
going.
obviously.
Yeah, but you have to terminate the contract, don't you? If you're going to terminate it, they can do it by mutual agreement. But when you know someone else, if he'd snuck in 2 months ago and said, "Look, I don't like taking your money every month. Let's terminate the contract," knowing that he's going to join us, we'd be all right, wouldn't we? Because then he'd be like completely free. But they kept him in golden handcuffs, didn't they? Basically, by keep on paying him. Which he was quite happy to be in his kinky golden handcuffs.
But it seems like Swansea's now come. Do you know what I mean? They've just got 1.5 million for nothing.
This is a good question.
Paid him.
This is a good question from Darren. We're still paying Blake Davis off.
I think we're free. I think we're free now.
Yeah.
I think we got rid of Karanka last year, but we've still got a couple of others.
Yeah, we still.
That's where the Gunter money went.
Yeah.
We've still got that.
We still. Where is it? I think Fowers took it.
What with like his FA Cup as well? He wanted back.
As well, people. I'm putting the comments. Well, where is everyone watching the stream? I'd like to know where everyone's watching this stream. It's good to know.
I'm in my living room.
We're bars in Nottingham or whatever you bellend. I'm just trying to. I've seen where's Matt looks like older. Where is it? Where's the comment?
Dennis Bergkamp.
No, you look like Michael Dawson.
Michael Dawson, I'll take that as well. Thank you very much. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Just like, where is it? I'm just looking at the comment.
Well, you don't have to prove someone did it. I look like Wrexham.
Kev from Wrexham. Shout out to Wrexham. Austin from Wollerton. Stefan from Iceland.
Oh, there we are.
Wow, are they still open at this time of night? sorry, I'm only joking.
Kirsten from Dudley, Westwood. D. Smith from Stenton. Johnny from Portugal. Are you Johnny?
Is that not Joe Mendes?
Yeah.
Next signing.
Shout out to everyone who's watching this stream. It's amazing. I'm watching from on the toilet.
Cut out the middleman.
Oh, dude.
Can I just say another thing?
UMC.
Just another thing.
Right,
send them to the ER.
Just another thing. Has anybody watched Sky Sports News tonight?
Afterwards, I'm watching this. Why?
Because has anybody seen what Lansbury's done?
No.
I don't know whether Swansea. He's just literally walked up to a player and hacked him and just kicked him straight in the legs, straight down. Have a look.
He's not even concentrating. He's watching Sky Sports whilst he's doing this. He's multitasking.
No, I saw it earlier, but it's on in the background. I'm just waiting for the breaking news to come up so I can say it first.
I'm just looking live from the TBI.
One of my favourite places.
Where else is there?
Someone's going to put live from Tinder or something for Ben.
No, Carl from St. Anne's Street still lives.
Used to.
Yeah, I posh bit, Dylan. Just say posh bit. Posh bit.
I'm in West Bridgeford now.
Yeah, we are in West Bridgeford.
West Bridgeford, but over the river.
Mr. Charlie, shout out to Charlie. But yeah, it's all positive. I'm from Austin, Birmingham. Nice place. Lansbury. No, we don't talk about Lansbury. He's absolutely belling when he comes to Forest.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say about the tackle. It's disgusting. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Right, boys. Last but not least, we'll because I've got so much editing to do. Like I said, Cooper is going to be appointed soon. I mentioned, like I said, what do you need to do? Like, we've got so much players. We've got a massive squad. Like, he's got so much to choose from. Like I said, we won today, but he's got. Like, do you think he can deal with this big squad? Like, we've got about 10 right backs, 16 centre backs. Like, what does Cooper need to do to keep his players happy, Matt?
Wipe the slate clean to start with. Tell them they're going to be picked on merit. Pick them on merit. They'll all settle for that because they're not stupid. They'll know if they deserve to be in the team, and they'll know when they don't deserve to be in the team. And it suits everyone that the people who are on form and the best players who work in the system play. And the ones which aren't going to work, they'll be quite happy to sit out until they prove themselves and get their opportunity. So that's what I think he's got to do. He's got to change the culture. He's got to get them to buy into it, and he's got to keep the happy train rolling down the tracks. And it shouldn't be that difficult. You know, we've got good players. I honestly think we do, and we have a lot of them. We don't have too many. You know, and then next year, a lot of them are going on loan. I'd like to see a lot of the kids come in. I think we've got too many loans myself. I'd like to see some of the kids get blooded. I'd like to see us get the points, get safe, give some of the kids a game in lieu of the loan players typically, because obviously if they're leaving next year, what's the point? You know, we can stay out. Huh?
About 6 loans in there. I'm just.
Well, yeah, there's always 6. We're allowed 6.
We've got a lot of kids that can come back in, haven't we?
Yeah. There's a thing like you know what I said today. Like Richardson, come on today.
He did well.
And what I don't understand. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect Finn back. Like, if you're good enough, you start for Forest. But Richardson came on again, and it's just good to see Richardson back because I think he's been playing left back most of the time, but playing him right back in his position. It's just positively, and like we've got this Tunisian from Olympiacos coming back. We've still got the Arsenal right back to we've got so many right backs at Forest. Like it's going to be like
he's going to have a job on his hands in the right back position, isn't he, Cooper?
Exactly. And this is why I'm just
2 months ago we didn't have one.
Huh?
2 months ago
we always had Finn back, didn't we? But at least he's awesome, isn't he? He'll only get better as well, Finn back. I wouldn't put him out of the picture personally. I suppose it depends if he's going to play like wing backs and stuff. Whether I don't know if Finn back can play that or not. I've not seen enough of him. Like Spence today, like you say, was awesome. But as Matt says, you don't just want to be improving everyone else's players. We need to feed ours in, even if we're going to play other people's. We need to improve our own at the same time, don't we? You know,
we'll be starting again next season. That's the problem.
Yeah, and then you'll get a load more loans in, so you beat the object, don't you?
You'll never trust your players.
It's like what Matt says.
9 points off the player.
9 points of the playoffs.
Strange things have happened.
It's like what Matt says. The slate has to be wiped clean for everyone. And there's
we have to give Cooper a chance as well, even if you don't like his style. You've got to give him a chance.
Do you know what? There's one player, I know he's not here at the minute, but there's one player I want to see come back into the squad is Ariata.
You know what? Dylan,
we paid big money. We paid big money for him. Do you know what I mean? Bring him back.
Matt's agreeing. Why?
Well, why bring Ariata back? If there's a space for someone, apart from my favourite, let's put Forner in there. I'd rather put Forner in there because Arthur is a done deal. He's not going to go through some kind of rejuvenation or something. Let's build for the future. Let's find out if Forner's as good as he looks.
But at the minute, what we have to do is, I totally agree with you. Build for the future. We need Cooper to come in, or whoever it is, but it's Cooper, just turn around and say this is a building process. And I think Matt said it a while ago, where you'd prefer someone to come in and say this is a progress. We're going to make it's going to take 2 or 3 years to get progress, and do it that way. But at this moment in time, we need to get up into mid-table. That's the first and most priority.
That's why they got Cooper, because apparently he's really good with the youngsters, isn't he? He brings them through and improves them. So, given the philosophy, the way we're moving,
he won the World Cup. He won the World Cup with the under-18s. With Foden and stuff.
The philosophy, doesn't he? Even if you don't like his style, because people are saying it's similar to Houghton's. You've got to give him time, haven't you? He'll get my back in. Like you can't, even if we lose to Millwall and lose the next couple, you still, give him time to implement what he wants to do.
They should be looking at the best of the under-23s and plan to have them in the team towards the end of this season, throughout next season. People like Canate as well. There's a lot of it's an incredibly talented group. You should use it.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the academy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think personally, with Cooper in his pedigree of working with the younger England under-18s and youth, I think when he comes in, he'll probably do a lot of work with Andy Reid, Gary Brazil, and all that, trying to get the players up to scratch and bringing them in bits and bobs. Like you say, Forner, what I've seen him play, is he 22? 22, 23?
He's too old now.
23, isn't he? He needs to be playing. He needs to play this season.
Yeah, well, look at
or someone else. He needs to be playing.
Look at Gardner. He's 21. He's 21, and he gets picked every week in our team. Why ain't Forner? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
give him a go.
I mean, to me, Garner's a great player, but I'd rather Forner be playing. If he's 10% worse, he's our player.
Matt, you were thinking Yates really
well. Well, I'm picking.
Can he still go out on loan?
No.
Not now. No, not what he can at Christmas.
No, I thought there was still a window with players still going out on loan.
Emergency
for a few days.
It's because last year normally what they do is they shut the market, then 2 weeks later they open the loan market again, don't they?
Yeah.
But it's normally for emergencies only. So I think you've got to
put goalkeepers twist their arms.
Yeah, or you've got to
I thought you can still bring in loan players in.
No, it's free agents definitely. But
okay.
Maybe Cooper. You never know. Maybe Cooper will come in. He might know a free agent striker. Could be one out there.
Yeah, it could be out one. Well,
but in a way, look, we don't need one, do we? We've got a brilliant striker again today, and we've got another one that's so brilliant. We want to give him a game because he runs about a lot. And I agree. We've got two live players, so it's good news, isn't it? Yesterday they were crap. Before Houghton was gone, they were all rubbish. So it's all good news.
Boys, last thing. Like today's rating, we always give a rating out from today. People comment below. What was your rating today? I'll start with you, Dylan. What's your rating out today? And what player was your man of the match?
I can't put it. Spence, yes, but for me, man of the match, I give it to all of them. They all pulled together. They all did the job. They all had to do. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't give it one of them. And performance-wise, I'd give them 10 because it's the best we've seen them play in a long time. For me,
I can't really add much more than Dylan said. They all played well as a team. I don't really want to choose one person because they came as a unit, whereas before they've all been sort of disjointed. No one knows what the other one's doing, and obviously Spence stood out. Of course, I don't know who was man of the match. I didn't hear it, but just as a team they were good. They were,
Matt.
Yeah, I'd say I just think playing should be rewarded in itself. They all played brilliantly. Who cares who man of the match was? They played as a team. They won as a team. The whole team played brilliantly. And it was great to see them that there was still life there, and the nightmare is over and they're back to normal.
Well, it's just one game, but it's just something that we can get.
It's positive though.
My man of the match, I'll give it to I've been critical about Lewis Graben. And I thought he played well today. I still don't think he should be captain. I think it should be Joe Worrell. But for me, Graben, he stood up for me today. So I'll give it Graben. And again, I think I'll give him out of 10 because we needed that performance was great. And not even I think the whole back four, like I said, I mentioned Fegirito, McKenna, Worrell, the back three, that was great. So I'll give it the back three. The back three, I think. And stand up because it was fantastic today. But boys, it's been a pleasure for coming on, taking your time out. We are happy at last. The vlog will be out
for a week. We're happy for 1 week.
We're happy.
Wait and see what happens Saturday.
Oh, great! Great. Like people, the vlog will be out 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So please don't forget to watch that. It was one of the best vlogs I've done. So please, if you want to watch it, please hit the subscribe button. You know what? Before I do go, I don't know if people noticed, Matt's got pictures of Samba and Ribeiro behind him.
Yes.
So if people want any pictures of football players, go to Matt's Twitter. He is the co-owner of Matt. You know what? Before we go, Matt, talk about it before you go. There's hundreds.
You asked me to do a plug before, and I thought afterwards I did a terrible job of it, didn't I? But yeah, I do the Rogues Gallery stuff. I've got like 100 pieces at the club. I did all the Miracle Men red dots that you've probably seen. These are my less famous ones. I'll tell you my least popular thing I've ever done are these. So I'm going to give these away free with every order from now on.
Who's that?
I don't think we have to give them away.
Is that Chris Hutton?
I'll tell you what. Anyone that wants a Sabri Lamucci pin, I've got a few of them as well. So
people like it. If you want a Chris Hutton, go on to Matt's.
No one. I'll tell you the truth. No one ever bought one. That should have told us something, shouldn't it?
How many?
One person bought one.
How many did you make? 1,000.
Give them away. Couldn't give them away.
How many did you make?
Oh, not thousands. I've got about 150 Sabri pins though. So one for all of you next time I see you.
Before we go, shout out to Brad. He's a Hudderfield fan. He was on my previous show yesterday. Well played, top guys. Today's fully served. Best look of the season and manager of the season. Yeah, like I said, today Huddersfield wasn't great. I know the sixth in the league, but it wasn't great today. But we won,
was it just because we were good?
We was good, right? You can't.
They had a spell at the end of the first half, didn't they? Where they
they had that little 10-minute spell. Yeah, they had that little.
Did anyone think today, like the other games, when they were coming on us, I never worried one bit. I didn't worry one little bit, thinking, "Oh God, here we go." I thought,
it's didn't crash.
It's at Gallery _Rogues if you want to know.
Right, people, what we'll do?
Search for Rogues Gallery or Rogues.gallery is.
Well, let me just find it.
I'm going to do Ben a little thing when he measures how much space he's got between the corner of the room and that beam over there. He hasn't got a.
People,
there you go. Ooh.
That's it.
You're sending them to that one instead.
Yeah,
that's
go to that one.
Controversial one where I upset people. Don't send them there.
Right, so people, if you want anything of Matt, go on his Twitter.
You can message me from there.
I'm messaging him from the app because he does great stuff. So go on that.
I've got some nice ones coming out for Christmas. I'm doing a Pierce, a Collymore, a Clough, and a Robbo in a different style. So they'll be nice. 4 wise men at Christmas.
Yeah. So people, if you do want to go out, go to Matt's Twitter. He does loads of stuff as well. He done my. Where's my stickers? My stickers are downstairs. Right, 1 minute. I haven't got keep talking. I'll show you my stickers. 1 minute.
I actually saw one of them stickers on the side of a bus stop yesterday.
Oh really? Yeah, I'm not responsible. I put a Samba one around the corner at Trent Bridge, and I put a new one up for this season. It had lasted 2 seasons. And they painted over the bloody thing, so that's
you did
no
the Warrell one as well, didn't you? You did that Warrell one.
Yeah, I've got Joe's got his one apparently on his games controller, so used by Joe Worrell, so I can recommend them, and it's lasted. There you go.
There you go.
Door did the design, mind you, but there you go. So they're very valuable. How much are you selling for? 10 at a time, is it?
Yeah, £10 for one sticker.
Really?
Yeah, mine are £1 or something like that. But
yeah,
these are absolutely free. Absolutely. Yeah, so people, free.
I gave a few out today, and before I go, Michaela was on my tweet. That's Matt's missus. So I
let her out.
Yeah, Matt let her out, but yeah, she was her and Claire and Malcolm were a great journey there and back. But she's a bit loud, like Matt.
No, she's not. No, she's a young
she is loud.
Or whatever it is. Is she?
Yeah, but they're on the vlog as well, people. But yeah, people. Like I said, I'm gonna get going. But yeah, lads, again, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Like I said, the vlog
for once. It's a genuine pleasure for once, isn't it? You know,
nice feeling.
it is a nice feeling. Well, people, like I said, if you're new to the channel, the link is below. Like, subscribe to the channel. Link, comment as well. The vlog is out 10 a.m. tomorrow. But boys, we won at last, and one more thing. And people, the announcement, I think it will be Sunday, tomorrow or Monday morning, whenever. But whenever we do, we'll be on DoreOnTour so we can talk about it. Boys, thanks for coming on. It's been a pleasure. And
always.
we can see it at last. Up there from Reds.
Absolutely.
You
It's
Reds.
not the winning, it's the taking part.
Right, peace and love. See you
All right,
soon.
take care.
Yes,